Welcome everybody, welcome to the Christmas special Sigma Prepper live show. You know how we do. Let's hear it in the chat. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today on the 23rd of December on a Friday. Not usually going live on a Friday, so here we are. Thank you to everyone who's joined us. It's great to see us all here. So thank you. Have I just seen my most ultra VIP of all time, Extreme Focus in the house. Great to see you. So let's hear it. I hope everyone's well. We're seeing some couple of new names, which is great to see. Svein, great to see you. Welcome to the chat. Everyone making Svein feel super welcome, which you are. Kick your shoes off, get yourself comfy, get your onesie on, get your robe on, because we're just chilling, axing, regardless of how we're representing tonight, because it is my only Christmas party with my family and my friends. Miss Worm is with us in the house tonight. Great to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. Lovely name to pop up. And Perps as well with us. We've got Kazza as well, Daily Survival. Danger Bob as well. What an absolute superstar. Thank you so much for your support, each and every one of you. Danger Bob, what a star. Pedigree Mongrel as well, Ansett Girl from Australia, Sandy from the United Kingdom, and Noelle Marie was first in the chat tonight, so let's hear it for Noelle Marie. I hope she's rocking with us. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to be live all the way through, but lovely to see everyone with us. What have we got today then? Well, you know how we roll, similar sort of tunes how we normally do with an actual proper Sigma Prepper live show that we would do normally on a Thursday. Until Ghost Cowboy, he did make it. Until we got a little bit, not a little bit, quite a lot held back by YouTube, but you know, we got to just push through, I suppose, and do what we can do. Kerry Ellen in the house, there she is, great to see you. So this is what we got rocking tonight then. As usual, we're going to be having a usual lineup where we've got the welcome and intro, and we got the Sigma Mindset Quotes, and you know what, I'm just going to rock it off how we did before, because I think it was we'll just pick up where we left off, I think is the best way to do it. And what we're going to do as well, SHTF Intel report, we'll see what's hitting the fan. We've got a Sigma Prepper quiz as well coming up, so we can see how well prepped you are mentally and everything. So, and what we're doing with the Sigma Prepper quiz tonight is, since it was the 7th episode previously on the last Sigma Prepper live show, I thought what we'll do is we'll take one question from each of the previous 7 episode live shows. So we should get a 7 out of 7 ultimate win tonight on the Sigma Prepper quiz. If not, you need to watch some more of my videos. And then we got the Prepper's Progress. We'll just check back in on what we saw before with our things. And I've got some things to update you with here as well I'd like to show you. So that's what we got. And then a bit of a VIP after party with our Patreon members over on Discord. So join our Wolf Pack. It's completely free if you'd like to join us over on Discord. But for the VIP Patreon members, starting from as little as 20 cents a day, can you afford not to be a supporter of the Sigma Prepper Show? You'll get an absolute total and utter top secret private chats one-to-one with me and as a group after the shows with the after parties. It's absolutely worth the money in itself. So let's get back to it then and see what we got. See who's turned up. Shannon Hyde's turned up all the way from Canada. Great to see you, my darling. I hope things are well for you. Let us know what the temperatures are like, because I'm a little bit worried about what I'm seeing in America and North America, Canada with, was it Alberta with the really bad weather, which we'll check out again in SHTF Intel coming up next segment. So please do as well cast your vote. We've got a vote running tonight. How prepared are you for the dark winter? How prepared are you for a dark winter? And your options were, and still are, nope, not at all. So not prepared for a dark winter, which we're assuming is like a lights out, gas supply not on, water supply not on, you know, like proper hitting the fan, not a good look kind of a style, right? Is what we mean by dark winter. So we got either nope, not at all, good for a few days, okay for a couple of weeks, or confident prepper, i.e. Sigma Prepper follower. So get your votes in there. Let us know how you're feeling with your preps. Let us know how you think you would fare through a dark winter, which potentially we could see coming. I've been talking about it for a while. About 3 years now. Crypto Sam's joined us as well. Great to see you, Crypto Sam. And lovely to see you. I am the dark winter, said Ms. Well, I will bring the sunshine if you will bring the darkness, and between us, we shall give both sides of what we need to see. We need all sides on the table right now. Look at all the party mood. Let me know what you're thinking of the tie. It was the best I could do at short notice. So this is me at my Christmas party with my friends here on the Sigma Prepper channel. I hope you like Sigma up here. He's rocking his Christmas hat as well. And see, it's like no expense spared with these productions. You know how we do, right? So totally self-funded. And for those that don't know, you should know. Because I'm 100% independent. No sponsors, no networks, no paid adverts, no monetization, no external funding, no affiliates or partners, no nothing. But it doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be all of that, because there are ways to help. SigmaPrepper.com/donate. You'll find all the links there and all links in the description. Streamlabs.com. You can do super chats even though we're not monetized. We can bypass that with our Streamlabs.com. You'll get a ding-a-ling-a-ling, go up above me. PayPal as well. Lovely way to help. And of course, Patreon. What an awesome way to support the channel with Patreon, where you get free gifts, mugs, all sorts of business stickers. Also, after party VIP, behind the scenes videos, you name it. Absolutely super duper. And these are the beautiful people that are helping it happen. Thank you to each and every one of you. Couldn't do it without you. All of the patrons here. Thank you so very much. Deservedly so. And looking forward to catching up with you on the after party tonight, which would be, we haven't caught up for about a week. So if you would like to help and you would like to become part of the behind the scenes fun, this is the ways you can help. And of course, Streamlabs.com, great one for tonight while we're live with the Christmas show. Great way to get yourself seen, put your message in. And of course, PayPal and Patreon. So, let's do it. Let's get out of here, back to the Patreon. Here we go. Wow. So, thank you so very much. And locked and loaded, says Kerry Ellen. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Very smart, Miss Worm. Miss Worm's smart simply by being here and enjoying the show. Well, we don't know if you're enjoying the show yet. That is a Mirnez Tar. Oh, look. Pedigree Mongrel setting it off. Oh, look at that. What a superstar. It's not much, but my contract not paid up. The absolute insert profanity. Oh, man. Thank you so very much, Pedigree Mongrel. We really appreciate your support, man. Really appreciate it. And sorry to hear your contracts, really appreciate it. That was a streamlabs.com/anthology. /Sigma Prepper. Nearly did it. /Sigma Prepper, which I'm thinking about tomorrow night show, by the way, for those that know on the other channel. See you over there, right? Tomorrow night for the Christmas special as well. But thank you so very much, Sandy. So far, so good. Right, should we get into it then? We're supposed to be getting into the SHTF Intel, ideally. But what I'd like to first do is give us a cheers, everybody. Thank you for being with us. Happy Christmas to all of my fellow pack members and Wolf Pack preppers and Sigmas and preppers alike. So cheers to everybody. Welcome in the house. Robert McNamara just made it by the skin of his teeth. He wasn't late. He got here exactly when he intended to get here. There's no such thing as late. Now, is there, Robert? No, there isn't. Raise your glasses, troughs, tankards, whatever you got, mugs. Join me in a toast. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas to Sigma. And let's see if we can make 2023 an awesome year for this channel and our community here and this family we've built. Let's keep it together. Happy Christmas, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining me. Love to you all. Cheers, my beauties. Cheers. Let's hear it in the chat. Let's hear it in the chat. Robert McNamara in the house. Oh, legend. Ms. Bear, thank you for the invite. Thank you for taking me up on the offer, my darling. Or my darlingette, depending on whether we are an innie or an outie or an in-betweenie. We never know, Miss Worm. We never know. But either way, you're welcome here, as anybody is as well. The more people we can help get prepared and get... There she is, my darling Leslie. Let me show you something, Leslie. Let me show you something. Thank you so much, my darling. Special gift from my darling Lafsme. Look at that, eh? My favourite chocolate liqueurs, yeah? But I was saving it for tomorrow night, Esley, right? I was saving it for tomorrow night, where we'll share some fun tomorrow as well, and I'll give you a shout out. But thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Cheers, Pedigree Mongrel, Crypto Salmon House, and Ansett Gal. Merry Christmas, my darling. And Daily Survivor, thank you for your support over this last year, Daily Survivor. I really appreciate you as part of the Sigma Prepper crew. And you, Ghost Cowboy. Merry Christmas, my absolute darling. I love you. Thank you for being with me. Merry Christmas. Amphir as well made it in the house. Great to see you. Cheers, my darlings. Thank you, Shanna Hyde. Really appreciate you all being here. Yay! Oh, it's so lovely. Do you know what? When it turned up and I saw it was chocolate liqueurs, bless me. I knew it was from you straight away, and I thought, wow. And not only that, sorry everybody else, but this is just between me and Lasby here. She sent me an Amazon gift, right? But it was the most poshest box that was on the list as well. What's posh? Posh, it stands for Port Out Starboard Home. Port Out Starboard Home, which was the rich people got to go their boat tickets so that they were sleeping on the port on the way out and starboard on the way home. Posh. Anyway, luxury. You're very welcome. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. And there are a couple of missing there. Shh, you weren't supposed to notice, because I was going to say I couldn't resist. I was going to wait until tomorrow to unwrap them, but I couldn't resist. They look so yummy. So thank you very much for being here. Happy Christmas, Kaza. And thank you so much for joining us. So I tell you what, it looks like we're doing quite well with the votes tonight. Don't forget, we've got a poll rocking today for the Sigma Prepper live show special Christmas, which is a little bit gnarly. I wanted to try and not have any gnarliness for the show tonight, right? Being like, you know, Christmas special and all that. I know it's not quite Christmas, but it's the closest we're going to get it on this channel, right? But the poll we had was, how prepared are you for a dark winter? And I can tell you now, it looks like the winning vote, which doesn't surprise me for the followers of Sigma Prepper, is Confident Prepper Months. So in terms of, how prepared people are feeling, they're going 67% of people who've taken part in the poll. About 25 people say that they're confident prepper and they think they could survive a dark winter for a matter of months. So that would mean having a couple of months worth of butane gas, not butane, propane, because the freezing temperature is much better than butane. Oh, actually, the Sigma Prepper quiz, which is coming up pretty much very, very shortly, is going to actually have a question to do with, we got mindset quotes, but then we got the Prepper quiz, which will have, actually, I seem to remember there's a question in there to do with the temperature of butane versus propane, so I shouldn't have said that. But we are expecting a 7 out of 7 ultimate win tonight. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to quine till I'm sick. Yeah. I'm well confident till I'm not, says Pedigree Mongrel. Yeah, everyone has a plan until they're punched in the face, as Mike Tyson was famously quoted. Or is it, no plan survives first contact with the enemy? Is probably an equally relevant quote. Talking of quotes, though, I think we should do the... it's about time we did the Sigma Prepper quotes. We'll have a recap from the last one, shall we? Let's do it. Sigma Prepper quotes. Let's see if we can get some inspiration. Yes, indeed. We're just there's no new ones in there, and I knew I did get a few people send me some new ones, but we did some lastminute.com stuff today, so don't worry about it. But for those that are new, which is quite a few, so yeah, this is the Sigma Mindset Quotes. Are you a Sigma type? For those that don't know, Sigma personalities focus on personal development, self-reliance, and skill set building. A Sigma type prefers to operate independently from the herd. Hence, Sigma, the wolf that prefers to not be going along with the herd. So, basically, if you would like to send in your favourite quotes, you can do so to quotes@sigmaprepper.com, completely free to join in. So let's see what we had sent to us. We had one from Daily Survival, one of our V.I.P Patreon members. Thank you, my darling. My strength lies solely in my tenacity. Totally connect with this one. My strength lies solely in my tenacity. Yep. And this is... you know, when my son was growing up from a baby, rule number one for him, if anyone said to Xavier, what's rule number one? He would say, never give up. Yeah. So, yeah. I must admit, most of the skills that I've got and I've been able to acquire and perfect over the years is from tenacity. It's like they say, it's people say practice makes perfect, which is wrong. Practice makes proficiency. Tenacity makes perfect, yeah. So, yeah. So in there from Perps, another one of our VIPs, you have enemies? Good. That means you stood up for something sometime in your life. Coming from Winston Churchill. Thank you, Perps, for sending that in. Appreciate you sending in your quotes. We'll be getting into updating some of these later on. Every week, obviously, we have new quotes, new quiz questions and everything. So Sandy as well, and don't forget, you don't have to be a VIP to send in your favourite quotes to Sigma Prepper. Quotes at sigmaprepper.com. It's just that our VIPs are the most loyal and interactive because they're not used to people being interactive anymore. But I am. So get your quotes in, boyfriend, girlfriend, in between friend. No excuses. Silence in the face of evil is evil itself. Is itself evil. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I'll tell you what this one reminds me of, and I'm doing it again. I always do when I've got quotes. It reminds me of other ones. But for evil to succeed requires nothing more than for good men to do nothing. For evil to succeed requires nothing more than for good men to do nothing. This is kind of what this is chatting about, in my humble opinion. Magic hand, Mrs. Sigma Prepper. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. And for anybody who knows, and obviously for those that don't, the Sigma personality, Sigma mindset is all about personal development and trying to become something more than you were yesterday. And which is a big part of being a prepper and being into survival, self-sufficiency, self-reliance. You know, this is very much a Sigma mindset because it's all about not relying on other people, i.e. your government or your police or your fire, to save you. You know, the idea is to be able to save yourself and your family in the event that nobody's coming to your rescue. So yeah, you got to create yourself every day to be a better person you were yesterday, with more skills, you know, more friends, more love that you've shared and given. So this one's from me, apparently. I don't remember this. Oh yes. He who is unable to live in society or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself must be either a beast or a god. He who is unable to live in society or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself must be either a beast or a god. I kind of agree, because if you look at bushcraftsmen who just live in the wild, they do look like a beast. And equally, because that's how you got to roll, yeah? And to live sufficiently in any other form, above any rudimentary standard, yeah, you would need to be some form of a god, because, like they say, if you want to make an apple pie from scratch, you've got to first start by creating the universe. God, where are they all these coming from, Andy? I've got no idea, but I'm just saying, if you want to make the apple pie from scratch, you must first create the universe. So again, if you want a mobile phone and you want to live in the woods, then you're going to need to work out how you can make everything you need to make the mobile phone. So thank you so very much, everybody, for sending in your quotes to quotes@sigmaprepper.com. I appreciate your interaction. Thank you for submitting your favorite quotes. If you'd like to see your favorite quotes read out and shared amongst our crew, you may do so. Quotes@sigmaprepper.com. So let's get back to base camp then, and we see what we've got coming up, because we got the Sigma Prepper quiz. So don't go anywhere. Sigma Prepper quiz coming up after the segment. So let's do it. Let's hear it in the chat for all of our senders. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, I noticed a comment there from Miss Worm, by the way. Nice Violet Elizabeth impression. Is that me? Am I doing it, or is it Pedigree Mongrel with his poutine? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost. Extreme Focus. Great to spend Christmas Eve with your caliber. To Sandy. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. I know it's great for everyone to get together. Thank you, Daily Survival. Thank you for sending your quotes in. Really appreciate it. Oh dear, so let me have a little swig of tea, and then we're going to be getting into the Sigma Prepper quiz. So, please, obviously, please hit the like button if you haven't done already, if you liked the quotes. And if you didn't like the quotes, then maybe you'll like the Sigma Prepper quiz. But that's not coming next, is it? We've got the Intel report first. So we're going to do a little blast through SHTF Intel report, because I didn't want it to be epically long anyway. So we'll just have a quick gloss over and see what Guam, and then we got Sigma Prepper quiz straight after that. So, no need to panic, everybody. No need to panic. Yummy. So, should we get into the... Oh, I see. Yes, of course, Miss Worm. I'll scream until I'm sick. Yeah. Wow. I'll tell you what, Miss Worm's all about the details. So, Miss Worm is going to have to be giving Urban Harvesting a run for his money when it comes to the Sigma Prepper quiz, because he's usually pretty good with that. But he's in Australia. I don't know if he's actually up yet and awake, so we'll have to see if he gets himself in here. But deep breath, everyone. Absolutely, because we do have the SHTF Intel coming up now. Let's not get too caught up on it, but we do need to gloss over it and see what Guam. So let's do it, shall we? With the SHTF Intel, where we're going to be looking at what's hitting the fan with our global analysis. Let's hear it in the chat. Thank you. Just quick shout out to Carolyn the Rose there, who just got here exactly when she was meant to be. Welcome to the SHTF Intel with your host Andy for Sigma Prepper, and our Christmas special tonight, so we don't want to be getting too gnarly. But we've got all our main metrics down the bottom, so do follow along. Wheat, oil, gas is down. Most things are up this week though. So we're going to have a little blast through the global analysis, latest top stories, some other bits and pieces, but we're not going to get stuck on too much. But don't forget, you can, as and when you please, you can go and check out the Sigma Prepper website. This is what it looks like, sigmaprepper.com. Links are in the description. You can go and check out the website of all the bits and pieces there. But we've got the SHTF Intel, which will be updated to SHTF Intel 2023. You can pop up here on the main menu, look, SHTF Intel. And I did actually update that today. I've just popped on the last SHTF Intel report I did, which was the other day, last week, with the solar flares, where we had like epic solar flares, as it says here. But I've also updated the global threat analysis here. So we've got totalitarianism again, still at the top at 92%, causing most of the problems that are causing most of the problems. And then we've got the inflation and economic crisis has been raised up. We've got food shortages is pretty much where it was. Grid down and blackouts has been boosted up a bit. That's been moved ahead of the riots and civil unrest, which will basically come as a result of too many grid down, blackouts and food shortages anyway. And then of course you've got the global conflict. Global conflict's gone down a little bit. It is settling somewhat. It's not escalating like it was sort of a few months ago, but we'll keep our eye on it. National lockdowns, we're talking about climate lockdowns now, aren't they? So this could have to be raised up as well, depending on how widespread that becomes. So don't forget, you can go and check in anytime you want into the SHTF Intel over on the sigmaprepper.com website. All links are in the description, so we both go and check it out. And you can check it out anytime. The other thing as well is worth making a mention of is the Discord server, the Sigma Prepper Discord server. It's a great family community there, and everybody's sharing their information with everybody. That's completely free as well for you to access. You can see this is the Sigma Prepper Discord server. You can see you've got your text chat here with people just sharing all sorts of bits and pieces. Animal lovers are people sharing their pets, pictures, self-promotion. All the way down here you see we've got SHTF Intel with breaking news. Yeah, we've got Clown World, all sorts of crazy stuff going on, and so on. Global conflict, economic collapse. So there's loads of great sources of information over on the Sigma Prepper Discord server. People sharing news that's happening all day, every day. So go and join in there for free. Well worth doing. Great bunch of peeps over there. And of course, if you are a VIP Patreon member, you'll have access to the VIP Wolf Pack, where we get to have one-to-one and group chats after the show, like we'll be having tonight. So looking forward to that. So we check it out then, and we'll have a little quick butch over the headlines. Nothing too major. It does look like some stuff's kicking off. We can see here Paris have got some stuff going on here with some people properly getting logged out permanently, if you know what I mean. George, I mean, there's just I don't even know if we want to get into it, so I think we'll just keep it into Earth changes. Immense winter storm places 6% of United States under winter weather warnings or advisories. One of the greatest extents ever recorded. So this is something I wanted to get into and spend a bit more time on. So we're gonna open this up and see what's going on with that, and get an idea of because we've got a lot of our friends here on Sigma Prepper from all around the world, and particularly North America. So we want to check out and see what's going on there first and foremost. So, multi-day historic winter storm is producing widespread disruption to large portions of the United States, placing over 200 million people, or roughly 60% of the US population, under some form of winter weather warnings or advisories. One of the greatest extensive winter weather warnings and advisories ever. It's pretty epic, and I'll tell you why as well, because I'm just considering this now. Is typically with these sorts of weather warnings and this type of weather is where we see blackouts as a result of power lines sagging from the weight of the ice build up and so on. Like there was the reduction in output from the solar wind farms in Texas, remember? We had some of our subscribers who were caught up in that in Texas. So this could be part of this dark winter thing they've been talking about with the grid down scenario on top of obviously cold. I mean, it's just like worst case scenario, right? It's a cascade of failure to have no power and be talking about minus 28 like plummeting 30 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit over a short period. Yeah, and we saw this in China. I reported on that several weeks ago on Sigma Prepper on the SHTF Intel. And we had all sorts of stuff going on in China where it was going down to minus 40 from about 20 above to minus 40 below in a very short amount of time indeed, yeah? Not sure what else we got going on in there. So let's have a little back in here. Large and historic winter storm rapidly intensified over Great Lakes. My sister lives in Canada. For those that don't know, she lives in Toronto. She's got a place outside of Toronto. And cabin in the woods and all that, and I'm worried. I'm not sure what it's going to be like over there, but I'm guessing it's going to be equally as bad. But let us know in the chat if you're seeing anything where you are. Those of our American friends there in the north or caught up in any of this business, but you've got blizzard conditions in lots of places. And don't forget, when you're below temperatures, do leave your taps running, your faucets running just slightly, just a little drip, drip, drip. Moving water won't freeze quite as quickly, so bear that in mind. I mean, in terms of the solar windstorms and things like that, I'm keen to have a look at. So let's have a look at earthquakes. We'll just have a quick refresh. So earthquakes, we've got 36 rocking about at the moment, which is about average. So that seems to have settled back down at the moment, which is good. It was around the fault here in San Andreas, in this area here is where we saw some activity. North of San Francisco, look. So that looks like that settled down. I think there was about 16 quakes in that one area. And Hawaii, we had about 85 quakes on its own, just in Hawaii the other day. And again, that looks like it's settled down somewhat. So good news. So we'll check out the space weather quickly. Everyone will be happy to hear that Solar Ham is now back up and running. It does make mention of it here. I'm back December 23rd today. After one full week, the Solar Ham website is finally back online. This past week was quite the ordeal, I can imagine, but thank you very much, Kevin, for all your work. We all appreciate it here over on the Sigma Prepper channel. Thank you to Kevin over at Solar Ham. Because I tell you what, you don't know what you got until you lose it, as they say. And for the last sort of couple of SHTF Intel reports, not having the simple layout that we get here with Solar Ham, and me having to use all the individual sources of data separately, it's just not by any means comparison with the convenience. So this is the sunspot on the disk at the moment. How many has it got counted? quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is new. You can see it's A, B, 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 A, B. I'm not sure what that is. This is all new. They've changed this. So I'm guessing that is the expected B, C class maybe. I'm not sure. But these are the sunspots listed. It doesn't look like there's anything that's looking too active. The 3163, which doesn't seem like it's listed anymore, does it? No. So the 3163 we were talking about last week, that's now no longer Earth facing, I don't believe. No. So that was a bit of a worry, and we were looking at a potential X-class solar flare. So fortunately, that seems to have waned. You can see here 15% chance for a major X-class solar flare according to NOAA. That seems to have subsided, which is good news. So in terms of what we got here with the I mean, it is essentially looking pretty calm. You can see we've not got anything more than a high C range. So yeah, we're looking all right, to be honest. I don't think there's too much to worry about. However, we are getting towards the end of December now. So when we hit January, when we come back in the new year, we'll be checking out and having a look. And we'll be checking the sunspot count, because don't forget we had we've been tracking the sunspot numbers, and they are tracking way off. The red line is where they should be, and this is graphing where it has been. And you can see if we rewind here, there's a couple of things going on here. Either the solar cycle 25 is coming super early, or it's not going to be quite as small as they had anticipated. So this month of December, though, you can see predicted values of 60 sunspots for the month, and of course that's 2 a day. And considering we had something like 12 sunspots the other day, and today we've got 7, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's already 3 times more than it should be. We had 12 the other day. So I would say that we would be expecting this to be, again, tracking way off where it should be in terms of sunspot numbers. And we are overdue a Carrington event repeat of 1859 in the Carrington event. And of course we didn't have satellite communication technology and the reliance on the infrastructure to keep the grid up like we do nowadays. So of course even a slight disruption would be, you know, well, a Carrington event equivalent would be back to the Bronze Age, most definitely. So let's get some of these windows closed off then. I'll tell you what we'll have a quick look at though. Let's have a look and see what Cryptos is up to. I'll tell you what else I'd like to do. I'd like to check out... No, it would be alright. Let's just do the crypto prices. Here we go. So total market cap. Let's get that one open as well. Boom. And boom. Right, we're there. Lastminute.com, you know how we do. All on the fly. All live. So this is what we got then. We got the Bitcoin looking at 16,000. It's not recovered at all. I'm expecting it to go below 10, particularly with the central bank digital currencies rocking about. This time of year, usually people come out of the market anyway, ready for the sort of down season, and then they come back in the new year, later in the new year. But you can see here the total market cap and volume chart of the crypto market as a whole. That's the entirety of cryptos. Is now way down here at 830 billion. This was at 3 trillion. So 3,000 billion this was at about a year and a half ago when I was first doing the SHTF news and Intel and stuff. So it's gone from 3,000 million to 800 million. Yeah. So from 3 trillion to 0.8 trillion. I know I've just said that a lot of times, but I think it's important that you realise what we're talking about here, right? Oh, man. It's just not a good look, is it? It's not a good look. What's the most devastating chart? Probably the 1 year chart, isn't it? Yeah. So look, change year to date, minus 63%. Minus 63%. So any sheets that you had... Now, bear in mind, for those that don't know, and you'll be surprised, right? When a market goes down 50%, right? Bear in mind, it has to go up 100% just to get back to where it was. Right? So if it comes down 63%, it's got to go up 126% just to get back to where it was. It's bad news, isn't it? So anyway, it's not looking good, is it? Right? The other thing as well you'll notice here is the Bitcoin dominance chart. So you can see where all that money's fled into Bitcoin as a safe haven, or quote-unquote safe haven, from all of the smaller altcoins and some of the DeFi coins. So people have just got out of Dodge and got into the main stable coins because they're worried about the market. But I'm just not sure that's going to help them. That's my concern. So I think that's a reasonably all right roundup. What we'll do is we'll have a quick look in the chat and we'll see what people have got going on where they are, and if there's anything we want to look at. If not, we get straight cracking right on. And we've got the Sigma Prepper quiz coming up. So let's see who we've got going on. Robert, we lost power for just a few minutes last night, but it sure was scary if it's going to come back on. Yeah, let us know how you got on with the grid down scenario test. Miss Worm. Oh, sorry. I didn't realise you were talking to Sandy. Perps near that Silverstone racetrack. Oh, okay. Yep, sorry. Crypto's plummeted because I bought 10 quiz worth. Oh, man, yeah. Do you know what, Miss Worm? I've had my time playing around with cryptos. I am a computer programmer and stuff as well, so I've made smart contracts and stuff like that for people and for myself, and just to learn, basically. And it did feel like to me that whatever I did, it was almost like somebody was watching to make sure I lost whatever it was, right? I mean, I learned what I needed to learn, and I did a lot of great stuff with a lot of great people, and I'm glad to have had the experience of being so immersed in the crypto industry from a technical point of view as well as everything else. But yeah, it did seem to me as though like whatever I did, it would do the opposite. I was always too early was the problem, and then impatient. So, you know, markets are on life support. It's going to flatline. Yeah, that's what everyone's worried about. Hence, you know, we've got the rundown for the Sigma Prepper SHTF Intel global threat analysis. We've got inflation, economic crisis right up the top there. Not beating totalitarianism, though. Dear oh dear. So don't forget, you can go check out the SHTF Intel anytime you want with sigmaprepper.com. Go and check out their website. Do us a favour, get yourself over on the Discord server. Links in the description below. There's all sorts of rooms there on the Sigma Prepper channel on Discord. Links in description. So you can share the news going on in your area. Stack silver, stack gold, stack food, water, energy, and community. That's pretty well said, Kerry Ann. That's pretty well said. Sandy was watching you, Andy. Was she? What was she watching me doing? Don't know. So, should we get out of here then and we get into the Sigma Prepper quiz next? Don't forget. So, should we get into it? Let's do it. Thank you, everybody. Let's hear it. Hit the like button if you like the SHTF Intel report. In the meantime, let's get back to base camp. Welcome back to base camp in our super special Christmas magic forest. We're in the Christmas magic forest today. We've got our little bits of tinsel down the bottom here. Sigma's got his Christmas hat on, bless him. Yeah. So Sigma's rocking the Christmas festives. Pedigree Mongrel. Pedigree Mongrel's rocking the festive spirit, the festive what you call it as well. Thank you so very much for your super chat earlier. How very dare it, Miss Worm? How very dare it? Do please try and try and try. It would be shame to not be able to be able to benefit from your experience and any knowledge and skills that anybody has. Please go and share them over at the Sigma Prepper Discord server. Become part of the community. We all help each other. We all love each other. So I tell you what, over on the live chat, if you're live with us now, I do strongly recommend getting yourself onto the poll in the live chat. You'll see a poll we got rocking tonight, and the question is, the poll is, how prepared are you for a dark winter, i.e. power outage in the winter time, which we could assume would be your gas and energy supply as well. And I can tell you now, the options were no, not at all prepared, or good for a few days, or okay for a couple of weeks, or confident prepper, good for a couple of months. And it looks like 62% confident preppers, good for a couple of months of dark winter we've got with us tonight, as I'd expect. Thank you so much for being with us, everyone. And for those that aren't familiar, I did put up the first of, it's actually the first of probably 5-6 parts, unfortunately. I didn't actually expect it to be quite as intense. Is that the right word? Yeah, a little bit. I did quite a lot of modifications. I did quite a few modifications on the... This is the diesel heater thing. Just quickly want to just mention. Here we go. So this is the first one that I did. This is part 1 of the diesel heater, which is just going over the parts, and I do a tear down, and I've got a few tips and tricks and stuff, and a few modifications that I made. So the link to that will be on the channel. You'll see it over on videos. So go and check that out, because I've got a couple of, you'll see it on here, like the diesel heater video. And I've got part 2, which I'm hoping I might be able to get over tomorrow. I might be able to get that sorted out tomorrow, I'm not sure. But that includes the modifications where I've increased the airspeed by about 50% by just cutting a bit of the shroud out and some stuff like that, right? And then the next one, I've done some modifications to the fuel system and to the cabling, wiring loom, and some other stuff. So I've broken it down. Each one's going to be about 10-15 minutes long. But I can tell you now, with the modifications I've made to my diesel heater is pretty cool. Why am I back in here? Why am I back in SHTF Intel? I've got no idea. I'm supposed to be in here, and sorry everybody. Merry Christmas. Oh, Netrum Design's in the house. Where's Netrum Design? Oh, here we go. Merry Christmas, Netrum. Great to see you. Oh, that's all right. No problem at all, Netrum. And catch up with us in the after party on Discord if you can't get back in time, because I know everyone's busy for Christmas. So extreme focus there. In USA, Bitcoin is declared as a commodity for tax purposes. All coins and other cryptos are not commodities. Yeah, I saw all that coming out recently. Thanks for letting us know, extreme focus. They don't know what they're doing. It's just a complete setup, isn't it? Who knows? Who knows? Oh, is Urban Harvesting with us as well? He is as well. Merry Christmas, Urban Harvesting. What? Look at him coming just as we're getting into the Sigma Prepper quiz, right? We're just about to do the Sigma Prepper quiz, and then guess who turns up? Urban Harvesting, who so far nobody has won 7 out of 7 ultimate win for the Sigma Prepper quiz. So hopefully we will have some winners. But what I wanted to just quickly do, oh no, actually we've got we will be having a little bit of Preppers Progress after the Sigma Prepper quiz, where I might just show you a few bits and pieces I've got here rocking in front of me that I'd like to share what we got coming up on the channel. So Sigma Prepper quiz has got to be next then. We need to make sure we fly through, because it's already a long one, and I know it's like a Christmas special and all that. Although, really, to be honest, the only thing that's special about it is just the fact that I'm slightly more smartly dressed than I would normally be. Oh, and of course, Sigma's wearing his Christmas hat, so I guess, you know, we are pretty Christmas-y. And I suppose we do have our garland or whatever. Where's my... I did have some tinsel. I did have some tinsel set up. What happened to the tinsel? It was going to be above my head, and then we could go, But in the meantime, what we're going to do is get in a Sigma Prepper quiz, because now Urban Harvesting's got here. It means that we're ready to see if he is finally able to get 7 out of 7, or any of you. Let's see, Sigma Prepper quiz. Yes, indeed, the Sigma Prepper quiz with your host, Andy, the Sigma Prepper, Urban Harvesting. I'll tell you what, Urban, you've got yourself a contender. Miss Worm's going to give it a good go, right? Because Miss Worm, she's an avid prepper, right? So I reckon she's going to give you a run for your money, Urban. So we're going to see. And don't forget, the way I've done it tonight is I've taken one of the previous questions from the last 7 episodes, right? So the last 7 quiz questions, I've taken one from each one of them, right? So that's the idea, and there's no excuse for you to not get 7 out of 7. Right, here we go then with the Sigma Prepper quiz. And for those that don't know, this is what you're playing for, the Ultimate Prepper Award. This Ultimate Sigma Prepper Award. This is how it looks. How can you not want that, right? So quiz topic, obviously general survival info. So yeah, that's right, Miss Worm. Don't worry, all instructions are included. Overleaf. How to play. Here we go. This bit's for you. Please do not enter your answers one by one, as in like this. You know, A, then B, then C. Instead, wait until you've got all 7 question answers. You can just type them in, but don't hit enter until you've got all 7. And then when you're good to go, bosh, when you see question number 7, you'll be ready to rock and roll. And then boom, that's how we're rocking. So good luck and get ready. And don't forget, a score out 7 out of 7 will win the Ultimate Prepper role on our Discord server. Right? How cool is that? Ultimate Prepper. I don't know if, or does Ultimate Prepper role on Discord, does that get you in the V.I.P after party, or is it only Patreon? I don't know. But so get ready. Don't forget, don't put your answers in one by one. Wait until you see the 7th question. I'll give you a warning anyway to say, right, watch out, next one's number 7, so you'll be ready to put all 7 in. Bosh. And then you'll have 30 seconds to get them in there. So here we go then. Let's do it with this week's questions. Get ready. Here we go. Daily survival starting her excuses already. Look, buffering a little here, she says. Question number 1 then. Which of the following methods gives the greatest shelf life? Which of the following methods gives the greatest shelf life? Is it A, canning? Is it B, vacuum sealing? Is it C, freeze drying? Or is it D, salting? A, canning. B, vacuum sealing. C, freeze drying. Or D, salting? Which of those are going to give you the best shelf life? Question number 2 then. Which of the following is the correct Morse code for SOS? Which of the following is the correct Morse code for SOS? Is it A, dash 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 dot 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 dash dash dash? Is it B, dash dash dot dot dash dash? Is it C, dot dot dash dash dot dot? Or is it D, dot 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 dash 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 dot dot dot? Which of those is the following of those is the correct Morse code for SOS? Question number 3, and nearly halfway there. Which of the following provides a source of safe drinking water? Which of the following provides a source of safe drinking water? Is it A, a small pond? B, a fast-running river? Is it C, a freshwater lake? Or is it D, none of them? A, a small pond. B, a fast river. C, fast-running river, sorry. C, freshwater lake. Or D, none of them. Which of them can you get will provide you with a source of safe drinking water? Question number 4 then, more than halfway there. The fire triangle includes 3 ingredients required for combustion. Oxygen, fuel, and what? Oxygen, fuel, and what makes the fire triangle? Is it A, heat, B, pressure, C, tinder, or D, gas? A, heat, B, pressure, C, tinder, or D, gas? Question number 5. Which of the following species of wood burns the longest? Which of the following species of wood burns the longest? Few people got caught out on this one a few episodes ago, because don't forget, we've taken one from each episode, yeah, to put together tonight, so there's no excuse. You should all know these now. So, which of the following species of wood burns the longest? Is it A, hickory? Is it B, sycamore? C, walnut? Or D, elm? A, hickory, B, sycamore, C, walnut, and D, elm. If it was the difference between you waking up in the morning or not in your frozen cabin, So your fire had to last all night because you had to set an alarm to get up and put new wood in. Which wood would you want to be rocking with to last the longest? That's why this is important. Question number 6 then. The penultimate question. Butane gas. Butane gas becomes unusable below what temperature? Butane, I told you earlier on that I mentioned that and I shouldn't have done because it was in the thing tonight, so everyone should get this one right. Butane gas becomes unusable below what temperature? It's actually the boiling point of butane gas. Is it A, minus 42 degrees centigrade or minus 43 degrees Fahrenheit? Is it B, minus 32 degrees centigrade or minus 26 degrees Fahrenheit? Is it C, minus 11 degrees centigrade or 12 degrees Fahrenheit? Or is it D, minus 1 degree centigrade or 31 degrees Fahrenheit as the lowest temperature after which it becomes unusable butane gas, that is. So here we go then. Final question. Get ready, because when you see the next one, you'll be ready to put all your answers in. So get ready. Coming up is the final question. Here we go. You'll be ready to enter your complete string of 7. Boom, number 7 then. The ultimate question. If you are consuming 1,200 watts from a 12-volt battery, how many amps are you drawing? So your off-grid solar power system, if you're consuming 1,200 watts of power from a 12-volt battery bank, how many amps must you be drawing? Is it A, 10 amps? Is it B, 25 amps? Is it C, 50 amps? Or is it D, 100 amps? A, 10 amps, B, 25 amps, C, 50 amps, or D, 100 amps? So, what could I say? Get your answers in the chat. Don't need to be saying that twice because they are flying in. And look at it. First answer. And again, we don't know which are right yet. We got to go through the answers. But urban harvesting is the first in with an answer. Look. Then we had daily survival. So in terms of order on my screen for winner, because it's the one who gets the most right the quickest. Daily survival was next with the answer. Danger Bob was in there next. Then it was Pedigree Mongrel. Thanks for playing along, everyone. Kaza next. Then we had Sandy. Oh, sorry. Sorry, time up, Rubber Ducks. I mean, keep getting your answers in, though. It's fine. Then we had Sandy. Extreme Focus was next. Then we had Ansett Girl. Carolyn Rose. Oh, Margie Mulder, my darling. Great to see you. Oh, I was looking out for your name, buddy. I thought, I hope Margie's here. There she is. Thank you for playing along. And then Shanna Hyde. We've got Amphir as well. Great to see you. Pedro Mangle. Miss Worm doing a great bash there. Thank you for playing along, Miss Worm. I was hoping you'd give it a go. Robert as well. Having a go. Oh, Nick Hayton as well in the house. Great to see you, Nick. Urban Harvesting. Oh, let's have a look at question 6. I already have more answers than questions. Oh, here we go with the excuses. Here we go with the excuses. So, sorry, time up. Now, what we need to do then is go through the answers. Pedigree Mongrel fancies and chances, look. Urban harvesting is having a change of heart, but we'll see. Let's go through the answers and we'll see how well you did. I'll see, actually. I'm not sure if I've got any of the answer content left over from the previous shows. Let's see as we go. What's this first one? Greatest shelf life, canning. Not sure what we got there. I'll see if I've got anything for canning. Probably not. But yes, freeze drying. Sorry, why am I saying canning? Which of the question then? Which of the following methods give the greatest shelf life? And the answer to that was freeze drying. So that should be C. Urban harvesting there had C. Daily survival had C. Well done. Danger Bob was going for A, canning. Good guess. I think canning is the second most longest shelf life after freeze drying. Pedigree Mongrel was going for C. Well done. And Kaza, well done. Extreme Focus, good man. He's straight in there with C. Ansett Girl was going for B. Carolyn, nicely done with C. And Margie. And Shanna. What about Miss Worm? Here we go, look. Nicely done, Miss Worm. And Amphir as well had C, look. Robert, nicely done. And Nick, yeah. So yeah, a lot of you got that one right, which is I like to see. So let's go for question number 2 then. And which of the following is the correct Morse code? Do you know what? When I ran this question like on episode 2 or 3 or whatever it was for this one, I was actually quite surprised at how many people got it wrong. So I'll be interested to see how well people did this time round. Hold on. Where's that one from? I think it's here. Is it? Yes, here we go. Okay, so we can do some answer content. Hold on, let's get all my... I've got a million buttons here. So here we go then. This is the Morse code. You can see the American and the international. So we don't worry about American because you can't do an @ sign with American, so we can't use that. It's no good, is it? But check it out then. So what's SOS then? S is ... right? So what's an O? International we're looking at. O is ... S is ... So referring back to our... Which of the following is the correct Morse code for SOS? Of course, it's D ... Again, ... There's the S, look. O ... and back to S ... So that is what it should have looked like. And I should hope that everybody got that right. But I can tell you now, not everybody did. Danger Bob didn't. I'm just going to say who didn't. Yes, he did. Sorry, Danger Bob. Daily Survival is what I mean. Yeah. This keeps flipping up and down for me trying to select the right one. I do apologise. Daily Survival had A, which was so close. So it's the best one to get wrong with. Daily Survival. It's far more forgivable to get that one mixed up. So don't forget ... It starts with not ... right? But you were close, but no cigar. So Kaza had B there. Sandy had B as well. Good Man, Scream Focus had D. Anzac Girl had A. So this is important stuff, you know. If you're going to learn anything from the Morse code, make sure it's SOS. Because if you can flash a torch, right, you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can bang out with Morse code. A mirror, right, and things. Don't underestimate the... don't underestimate the power of being able to do an SOS, right? So question number 3. Let's have a look. Which of the following provides a source for safe drinking water? Now, again, this was reasonably worrying. Reasonably worrying when I did this one a while ago. Let's have a look. No, I wondered if there was any... Doesn't look like it. So which of the following provides a source? I was going to see if I had any backup information. Usually we have a little sesh of the answer as we go. So question number 3 should be, and there's a few people that didn't get it wrong. Didn't get it right, sorry. So question number 3 then is actually none of them, right? None of these are safe drinking water sources, right? A small pond, no. Even a fast running river, bear in mind you don't know what factory is upstream, you don't know what dead sheep that's lying in the middle of the river is upstream, yeah? You don't know what sort of chemical rubbish has been thrown in the river upstream. So despite how fast the river is flowing, you just don't know. And in terms of microbial stuff in things like small ponds and even freshwater lakes, don't underestimate the... Yeah, none of them, basically, is what we want to see as the answer for that. The third one in, we want to see D's all the way. Pedigree Mongrel, he was feeling confident. Kaz's going for B. Fast River, again, if you're going to have one of those on there, that's going to be the best of all of them. But, yeah, none of them really are at all considered safe. And this is one of the problems with humankind and our water supply. We're so spoilt. We're so spoilt with, you know... with water treatments and things that when left to our own devices, this is why dysentery sets in, this is why, you know, It's the same when I was living in Thailand for like 10 years. We had a private well was all we had, and we had, despite having water tests on it and things, it wasn't safe to drink. So even then we'd have bottled water. We wouldn't drink the well water from when we lived in Thailand, yeah, even there. And again, when we lived in Cyprus, don't forget, as those that know me know, their water was turned off 3 days a week for a year. Yeah, 3 days a week off, 3 days a week on for the mains water supply. So it's up to you to figure yourself out for the rest of it. So when you've lived in these environments as your normal, believe me, you have a different appreciation to fresh drinking water. And rightfully so, because, you know, us in the West are super spoilt. We're super spoilt, you know. So Nick in there had B, going for, again, Fast Forever, like I say, is the best out of all of them. Miss Worm there had D. Nicely done, my darling. Nicely done. That's what I like to see. Why are you feeling decidedly inadequate now, Miss Worm? Don't be so silly. It's a learning curve, says Carolyn. Oh, we all love each other here. We're absolute, what do you call it? Yeah, look. In Boy Scouts, they had us drinking from a fast-moving water source. Yeah. Do you know what? And I'm not to suggest your age or anything, Nick, but I'm just saying, back in the day when I was a Boy Scout, right, drinking water out of the river, again, I don't think the river content, if you were to measure the water TDS levels, yeah, the total maximum points in the chat, if you know what TDS stands for, I should throw it out to you guys in terms of water purity. TDS, right? But if you were to test the water back then compared to today, 30 years later, you know, don't be doing that anymore. So question number 4 then, easy peasy, right? The fire triangle includes 3 ingredients required for combustion: oxygen, fuel, and what? However, it can be a bit tricky because the answer here is heat. The answer here is heat. And some people say it's tinder, which is fuel, and gas, which is fuel. So we got oxygen and fuel. What's the other thing that you need to make? Fire. 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 That's like China. But fire. Where we have... Where's my... We definitely had some extra info on that somewhere. Where did that go? I had the whole fire triangle thing. This is how unprepared I am. Yeah. I would normally be super prepared. Where's the fire triangle? Don't know. Oh no, we've got optimal knife sharpening angles. That was from another prepper quiz. Single prepper quiz. Oh, we know we're going to use that one though. So we've got that one for in a minute. But let's see if anyone said it in the chat. Ms. Worm cocked that one up, unfortunately. Suspended solids. Total dissolved solids. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, look, yeah, please take my second answer that I made within the 30 seconds, says Urban. Oh, well, we'll have to look. We'll have to have a look. So yes, that's heat is the answer to that. And again, pressure, some people could say pressure, but pressure is just one of the ways that you can create heat. Like in a diesel engine, yeah, it relies on the pressure of the piston creating heat to keep it glowing. But yeah, heat's what we need. So question number 5. This was a good one that messed a few people up when we had this before. Because don't forget, as a Christmas special, we're doing I've chosen one question from the last 7 episodes to see if anyone's learned anything and retained anything at all, right? But question number 5, because, you know, there was the arguments about, oh, well, we don't have that wood in our neighborhood, don't you know? So I wouldn't know that. Urban Harvesting had, what did you have for question number 5? Third from the end. A. He had hickory. Daily Survival had A. Danger Bub had A. Do you know what? Because it was such a controversial topic, everyone's got A now. It is indeed hickory, which is the densest or longest burning wood and therefore contains the most energy. So well done, Answer Girl. Let's have a look at. I don't mean to single you out, Miss Worm, but I would like to see what elm you had there. So let's have a look, shall we? Should we have a little butchers and see where did I have the list of woods? Where did I have the list of words? I don't know if I'm going to be able to find the list of words in order of how much was in each one. Again, I kind of threw this together. Oh, here we go. No, I found it. I found it. We're all good in the hood. Boom. So here we go. Look, this is the density, look, pounds per cubic foot, and of course BTUs per cord in millions. So you can see hickory up the top there. And in fact, I purposely made, look, elms down here, look, so that's pretty good. That's a pretty good answer, Miss Worm. She was going elm here, look, which is 35. So that's not bad. But again, look at hickory up there at 50. It's like quite a significant, it's significantly more. So if you can get hold of hickory as your wood, burning wood, then that would be the stuff to go for. And other things are versions of hickory. Hickory is the actual species, but there's other forms of hickory. That's where people get confused, but they're still considered hickory wood, just so you know. So that's question 5 then, should have been hickory. Well done to everybody getting that one right. And then number 6 then, the penultimate question we had with the butane gas, right? Becomes unusable below what temperature? So this is important as well, because I did try and encourage people a long time ago, talking about the, let's have a look. I was talking about the unusability of propane and butane, and if you were going to invest in sort of energy when we're talking about the dark winter, don't forget, please feel free to cast your vote with the poll tonight. It's completely free for everyone to cast their vote. How prepared are you for a dark winter is the vote for tonight's show. Please get your answer in there in terms of how many weeks or months or days you think you could survive a dark winter in terms of your preps. So, but this is super important, because this is why I made sure that I bought propane, or patio gas as it can be called in the UK, instead of butane, because it's as high as -1 degree centigrade or 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Your gas can be unusable if it's butane. So it's important that if you're going to be expecting cold temperatures, you appreciate the reason why, because you can see here there's a few, butane is the primary component in fuel canisters, typically accounting for 70 to 80% of fuel mixture. So you go vaporizing even cold temps down to, so basically propane, instead of being -1 degree centigrade or 31 Fahrenheit, propane is still usable down to -43 Fahrenheit. Yeah? And that's what the answer there is with A. So the difference between propane and butane is the difference between answer A and answer D. Just so you know, right? Massive difference. Invest in propane, not butane, if you can. Well done to everybody who got that right. Let's have just a quick little look and see how people got on with that. Let's have a quick wind up to the answers. So D, nicely done. D, nicely done. B, -32. Not bad, but bad. No. Pedigree bungle D. A. Yeah, that's so. Kaza, the way to remember it is that A is propane, not butane. Butane's the opposite. C there for Sandy. Extreme Focus had B as well, so B was popular. Anset Girl, nicely done. And Carolyn Rose there. Margie Mulder, beautifully done, my darling. Look, Shanna Hyde had B. See, it's quite... And you should know from all people, Shanna, being in Canada right now, isn't it? Propane, girlfriend, not butane. And again, Amphir had it there. Miss Worm had B. Miss Worm had B. So do bear that in mind. Yeah, look, Nix goes the Nor. Nix goes the Nor. Yes, he does. So here we go then. Let's lead up to the penultimate question, where we can see who's remembered, and of course, being a prototyping engineer, software programmer, electronic engineer, and everything else that I am, people think that this is only stuff that you need to know, but it's not. If you're actually... The problem is, you see, is if you don't know these things, then you're going to come unstuck. And part of being prepared is actually also partly to do with making sure that you have power and energy, which is usually in the form of sorry, I'm just setting something on the background and just see magic hand in the background, independent adjudicator. So yeah, question number 7 then. This is important stuff because you need to know if you're going to be drawing 100 amps, because that's what we're talking about here, 100 amps, yeah? Then you're going to need to make sure that you're running the right cable for that. So the way to work it out is with the power formula. So power is watts, current is amps, voltage is volts, yeah? So as we've shown before, this is important to know. So let's say if you know the power, which is, you want to know the power. So the watts, what do we want to know? We want to know what the amps is, which is I. So it's this middle one here, right? So it's the power divided by the volts. The power divided by the volts. So the power, look, is 1200. Let's do it on a calculator, so there's no arguments. There's no arguments, children. So 1200, yeah? What is it? By 12 volt. What are we doing? That one. So we got 1200 divided by 12. Yeah? Gives us what? That's right. 100. So the answer is 100 amps. Let's see if everybody got that one right. D, urban harvesting, nicely done. Daily survival had A there for 10 amps. So you would have melted your wires, my darling. Because you would have been buying cable that was good for 10 amps when in fact you were going to be drawing 100 amps and it would have gone... And you, Danger Bob, knows the score. Well done. Well, nicely done. Pedigree Mongrel, Kaza, Extreme Focus, my main man. Thank you so much for being an Ultra VIP, Extreme Focus. Nicely done with your answers tonight. So glad you were here. Carolyn Rose there with CDDAADD, which in fact is exactly what it should have been. So that does actually mean that. For the first time, Sigma Prepper, the ultimate win goes to Carolyn Rose. She outdoes urban harvesting. So hashtag stop urban. It's Carolyn Rose as hashtag stopped urban in his tracks with 7 out of 7. Nicely done, my absolute darling. Really well done, Carolyn. The first one to ever win a perfect ultimate win with 7 out of 7. We've never seen the ultimate win sequence before, but now we have. I spent weeks building this show from the ground up, from scratch, and now we get to see what the 7 out of 7 emblem looks like at long last. Oh, let's hear it in the chat for Carolyn Rose. I knew she was going to do it one day. I just knew she was going to do it one day. And let's not forget urban harvesting though, because he has had a great run. And again, Carolyn, yes baby, take that urban, one try, one try. Oh dear, Kazza in the house. I'm melting in more than one way. Oh, but well done, because urban harvesting did put his second answer in, but I can only take your first. You know how it is. Danger Bob is hailing to Carolyn Rose, as you should be. Great job, Carolyn. Look at all the support. We love each other. What a great family. Thank you to all my sporty people. Thank you, Miss Worm, as well, for playing along. I hope you enjoyed the Sigma Prepper quiz. Let us know what you think of my creation in this crazy channel. Urban harvesting, definitely not sad about that win for Carolyn Rose. And you know what, this channel has brought together people. Carolyn and Urban have met in real life as a result of this show, so thank you so much. So what a great bit of camaraderie between them. Yes baby. Thank you, Magic Hand, and well done, Carolyn. Absolutely brilliantly done. Thanks, Urban. Absolutely. So do hit the like button. Don't go anywhere, because we've got more coming up next. Don't forget thank you for playing along. It's been a wonderful thing. We're hopefully bringing them back. I was going to wait until the channel was monetized at 1,000 subscribers, but we'll see. It takes a long time to put on each of these shows, but thank you so much for playing along. Let's get back to base camp, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Single Prepper Quiz. Bit of a chill out. Oh, thank you, that's me. Thank you. Chuffed to get a win, as you should be. Miss Worm, love it. Great fun. I would have won if the cat hadn't walked across my keyboard. Is that one of those the wolf ate my homework, is it? Of course, it's the wolf ate my homework here for Secret Prepper. It's still Stop the Aussies. Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. You're right, actually, isn't it? It still could be Stop the Aussies, because, you know, they're owning it. Oh, I like it. Look, you can always trust Pedigree Mongrel to come up with something super clever. Look. Hashtag Ask Carolyn. Yeah, if we're all like stuck and we need to know the way out, when in doubt, blame the pets, says Burps. Oh, totally. Oh, you should get yourself, if you haven't got yourself logged in there already, you should get yourself logged in, Miss Worm, to the Discord server, because, oh, I'll tell you what, actually, yes, Carolyn, hold on. Where are you on are you not on the Discord server, my darling? Let us know if you're on the Discord server, because you need to get yourself on there so I can add your ultimate win, your ultimate prepper role that you get as a Discord member, don't forget, right? So you need to get yourself on Discord if you're not already. On the links in description for the Sigma Prepper Discord, and I'll add in your new ultimate prepper role, and you'll have a special little colour for your name. Are you even on here? I'm sure you were, but I can't find you, but we'll find you. Get yourself on there if you're not already, Carolyn. That'll be cool. So what else we got coming up then? Let's just chop out of here. We're supposed to be in this one for our Christmas special live here with Sigma Prepper. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. You know how we do. We roll it live. Yes, we do. That's how we roll. We keep it real. We keep it interactive. We keep it fun. Yeah. No rules. Apart from being nice to everybody. That's about it. Oh, I like it. I'm pretty sure Aussies get this a day early. Nicely done. Nicely done, Danger Bob. So, should we have a little quick butchers at the Prepper's Progress then, and then we'll see what's Guam, because there's a few things I'd like to show you actually. What do I need to set up for that? Not a lot. I'll tell you what, I could do with my iCloud photos. Oh no, I've got some stuff here I can show you, haven't I? Yeah, okay, we'll do that. Because I've got a few things I'd like to share. Yes, there are. Let's get that one out. What do I want to do? I want to download that one from the cloud, please. So for those that don't know, I just wanted to share. I wanted to share what my laboratory looks like right now. This is what my lab looks like. This is what I'm working on. So it's not alchemy. It's not alchemy. It's what I'm doing here is I'm designing another one of my product designs that will be going on the survival gear page on the website at some point. But this is going to be my diesel heater smart pump. Diesel heater smart pump, right? So I'm going to take this apart, but there's going to be a bit I add on and modify to it, right? Because filling up my diesel heater is like really annoying and messy. So what I've got going on here is just some water so I can do some tests. I've got a speed controller here that I'm going to be using with a microcontroller. I'm not sure what I'm going to rock with just yet. This is a bit overkill, but I had started setting a few things up on a prototyping board here, so I can control the motor. And the idea being is that I'll be able to just push a button to start the motor, and it will be going and filling up the fuel tank at a nice rate. And then when I hit stop, it will basically go, and then it will suck the fuel back out a bit to give some oxygen, right? Give some oxygen so it can recoil the fuel back out, right? But also the benefit of it is I should be able to measure the fuel as it goes in. It should be able to approximate in the code that I'll write. It should be able to approximate the actual amount of fuel that's gone in, and track it as it goes. There'll be a little LCD screen in there. I might use something like this little module. This is called an ESP32. It's got a little TFT screen on it, but it'll be enough to show the fuel flow speed and the temperature of the fuel and some other things I want to show. And I write a reasonably funky algorithm to be able to monitor the fuel, and then when it gets to the top, it will know where it gets to the top, and it goes and then suck itself back up again, so there's no drips. So it's going to be a super smart drip-free diesel heater pump refiller pump. That's the plan, right? So I'm working on that. Working on that. Let's have a look. Oh, my Doctor Strange lab. Moonshine. So yes, we've got that going. Also, the other thing as well that I need to be doing over the next few days that I'd really love to do for you is I need to do a range test for the Mesh-tastic, which is the disaster radio. Don't forget, I'm going to be launching my own optimized pro version of this, which will give you encrypted, secure communications up to about 10 to 15 miles, point to point, with the grid down scenario, with no cell towers, no ham radio, no nothing, literally point to point, using a smartphone to send the text message Bluetooth to this, and this sends it via long range radio module. But I'm going to be making an optimized version of the disaster radio Mesh-tastic, which is going to be adding a slightly more advanced GPS system, an M8N, with a battery backup location. It gives you a really fast fix, and a temperature sensor and some other things that are going to be included in it, as well as a double 18650 holder, so it gives you even more off time. So I've got lots of things I'm going to be coming. Also, that I've been working on this week for Sandy is my first prototype engineering case study customer. Because don't forget I talked a while ago about the off-grid scenario and how important it was for using anything you can as a battery bank, right? So what I've been making is Sandy, and one of our VIPs, she has an electric wheelchair. So for anybody who has an electric wheelchair or any mobility scooter or anything like that, what I've been looking at is making a few cables. This is one that's got the 3-pin. So your charger plug, for those that are familiar, so if one of your family members, happens to have an electric wheelchair, you've got an off-grid battery bank right there without knowing it, right? So I've made this one for Sandy. This is her Christmas present, but it's actually my prototype engineering guinea pig. She is, right? So the idea being is she'll be able to plug this into a wheelchair battery, right? And then I've made a couple of things up here so they're super secure using full-on XT60s. So we've got two here. We've got this one that you can plug in, which comes preloaded with power delivery PD, like 60 watt power delivery, and you've got quick charge 3 as well, USB port for that. And then alternatively, I need to get her a Y connector, so you can plug both in at the same time. But the other thing that I've made her up here is just a normal car cigarette lighter socket look, and so I've also put an XT60 heavy duty socket on there, so everything's nice and modular. And so this is, with this one you can just put any any 12 volt car battery stuff on there, because that's like most of the stuff you buy with a car battery thing on it was good for 24 volt as well as 12 volt. So Sandy's is a lithium ion battery pack in the wheelchair, the scooter, and so that's about 30 volt, and even that will be totally fine with one of those USB. So I've got my Sigma Prepper E harvesting kit here, don't forget, which I put together. for those that aren't familiar. And so in here you get that anyway. So this is the Sigma Prepper e-harvesting kit, which essentially comes with everything you need to get energy out of anything you need to, and then in that part of it you've got everything there as well, right? But one of the things that you get in here is a 100 watt cigarette car lighter USB socket. 120 watts, sorry. Yeah. So by making this up for Sandy, you see, she'll be able to plug this, get her own USB cigarette lighter socket, whether it's a little camping kettle or a USB jobby. She can plug that into your scooter and just pull the power straight out of that. You've got a battery bank, and that'll be, don't underestimate how much energy are in those scooter batteries, right? So it makes sense to try and make that usable for people, because this is about saving money, right? So if you can try and use what you've already got with what you've already have, then that's some of the things I'm trying to help you with. So assuming it all goes well and Sandy's has success with it, I'll be hoping to offer a range of those for similar purposes. And it's also, you can get hold of cheap scooter batteries. That is a good way of getting yourself, you know. So that's the idea with that I've got coming as well. And of course, you know, that's going to be the idea. Find the hidden settings, run here, max, burn off any gunk. Must be cuppa and mince pie time. Says, look, she just can't handle the win, you see. She's just so from the win. Yeah, you know what, you're absolutely right. Well, I think what we're going to be doing is and Carolyn, why aren't you over on Discord? Do you wear sexy black gloves too? Who, me? I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm lost. I'm lost. But the idea was I was going to do some Prepper's Progress, but I didn't really sort of put everything together. For those that are familiar, you might as well see what Prepper's Progress is in case we bring it totally back. But this is Prepper's Progress. This is how we're supposed to roll. So if you'd like to share your progress with your preps, you can do so. Progress at sigmaprepper.com, and to share your progress so we can give you some respect. And we've had a few people send in their progress before. Amphir send us some of his new bits and pieces he's getting figured out. With some night vision and all that. Thank you so much, Amphir, for sharing your bidney. And again, Extreme Focus, one of our ultra VIP. He's got here, look, the Sigma Prepper hotspot, the offline, off-grid internet system that I developed, and is available on the website. Thank you so much, Extreme Focus, for your support. And look at his setup there. He's all rocking with his Raspberry Pis, look, with his Sigma Prepper ultimate hotspot. Nicely done. And he's got into archery as well. And it's got into juicing, so thank you so much. Look at Extreme Focus, he's such a dude, man. Such a dude. And these are great as well, these boards, because he's in Florida, you see, so he had all them storms that were coming along a while ago, so he came up with these, found these ply locks things to allow you to pre-configure protection for your windows. So thank you for sending that in and recommending that, Extreme Focus, really appreciate it. And we had Ghost Cowboy, don't forget, Ghost Cowboy's travelling around in his cab, trucking, so he likes to get older stuff that's sort of nice and compact, easy to store, a few bits and pieces to keep in the cab, some fresh water, some gloves, and he got himself as well. So don't forget, if you'd like to send in some of your progress to inspire others. Here's Anset Girl over in Australia, look, with her super duper prepping cupboard with the Patreon V.I.P Sigma sticker on her preps cupboard. Absolutely love it, Anset. What a babe. Thank you so much for being a VIP. But check it out, look, amazing what you can fit in just one 3-chest drawer filing cabinet thing. And of course, if you put the Sigma Prepper sticker that you get, of course you get mugs as well as a gift as a Patreon member. But if you put your sticker on there, it basically turns it like into the TARDIS, doesn't it, Anset Girl? If you put a magic Sigma sticker on it, it'll turn whatever you put on it into a TARDIS, and inside it'll be like 10 times bigger than it is from the outside. It's amazing. Don't tell them no. Shh. It's supposed to be top secret. So, and then there's daily survival as well. Again, look, she's rocking it, showing off her ultimate hotspot there, look, and her off-grid, offline internet with her ultimate hotspot, most honourable VIP member sticker on her box as well, by the looks of that. Oh, look, she's probably showing it off with her Raspberry Pi. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you for sending in your progress. And again, that was what I was keen to do with you, what I've got going in the background with my progress. Not to mention the with the diesel heater that I've only just got together and been reviewing. So, you know, do check the videos for that. Do subscribe if you haven't done already, because you won't miss any of the reviews I'll be doing and modifications on my diesel heater. So thank you so very much to those that have sent in their progress to progress@sigmaprepper.com if you'd like to share your progress and inspire others and motivate others to do the same. So thank you very much. Let's get back to base camp then. So here we are then. Cheers, my darlings. So I'll tell you what, we've pretty much we've made it through not badly tonight, have we? We've pretty much gone through the end. We normally sometimes we have a Howls and Growls segment as well, but I think I'll try and come back with something over the next sort of few days. Let me know what the idea is for peeps. I've got a few things lined up. But after the show tonight, we'll be having a VIP after party for the VIP members. We have a private after party only for VIP members, which is VIP members, I hear you ask. VIP members. Yes, VIP members. You know those super duper people that basically keep the lights on and keep things happening. No, still don't know what I'm talking about. You know what we're talking about, because I'm 100% independent, no sponsors, no networks, no paid adverts, no monetization, no external funding, no nothing, not even any affiliates or partners or anything. So, but it's okay, because you can help like some people are, and it is how we keep rocking. Thank you so very much. This is my full-time job. I have nothing else. All links in the description, streamlabs.com. Thank you so very much for those who support me via that with the message that goes ding-a-ling-a-ling up the top there. Thank you very much for your Christmas pedigree, mongrel, and everybody over the times. And also PayPal and Patreon. Patreon's a great way to support, and you saw free stickers, free mugs, behind the scenes access, behind the scenes videos, VIP after parties, you name it. Get yourself as part of it, just like these people have. Wow, what a great bunch. Thank you to each and every one of you. Merry Christmas to you wonderful, fine people helping me even be here. Let's hear it in the chat for our VIPs, because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be seeing me either. So thank you so very much. I don't know how I could possibly thank you anymore. But if you would like to help support me and you like what I'm trying to do, these are the ways you can help. All links in the description. Really appreciate it to each and every one of you. What can I say? What will actually do? Super Budge keeping me going this. So thank you so very much. Good idea with the file cabinet, isn't it just? Especially putting the Sigma thing on it. I love the Sigma offline internet hotspot. Thank you, Daily Survival. I'm so glad you have one, because when the lights go out, I know that you are going to be one of very few people who are still going to be able to look up stuff with the SAS Survival, Wikipedia, 60,000 books. Thank you so much, Carolyn Rose. I appreciate it. Check out Perps being a proper babe. It can't be Christmas without the Grinch. I am top to toe Grinched up for work tomorrow. The only way I can get through. Night preppers. Thank you so much, Perps. I really appreciate you, my darling. And I forgot, yeah, she's working. And are you working Christmas Day as well, Perps? But I know you're working tomorrow. What's the day when there's only going to be you and one other person in work? Is that tomorrow? Are you going to be expected to do all of that? Night dudes and dudettes, says Perps. It's been lovely to have you all with us tonight, and I do hope you've had a good time. We're gonna go and blast in the after party with the VIPs. We could do an open party. We could do an open party tonight. as a special Christmas jobby, but I don't know how many other. Let's have a look. Where could we go? Open voice chat, isn't it? I think it is. So we could do an open voice chat. It's no different, but it just means for a change other people will be able to join us as well. So let us know if you're up for the idea of that. Yeah. Love to you, my darling. It's so great to have you all with us. Marvellous fun. I should definitely come to next live stream. Oh, thank you, Miss Worm. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I appreciate your kind compliments. And I should pass the compliments to the chef. Oh, that's me, don't you know? I want to joke. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Really helped. Really couldn't do it without you. And you are the inspiration. I wasn't feeling that good today. I've been pretty down the last sort of few weeks, actually, to be honest. I had a splitting headache and I thought, oh, and right up until lastminute.com, you know what? I thought, nah, there's no way I can sort of let Christmas go by without saying Happy Christmas and doing a special get together with my wonderful friends and family here on the Sigma Prepper channel. Thank you so much to my fellow Wolfpack. I really appreciate you helping me get this far. It's been a lovely time building this channel the last few months. It is a new channel. We need all the help we can get. So thank you for hitting the like button for those that have. Thank you for subscribing for those that have. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you fine people over on the Discord server. It's totally free to join, don't forget. So there's no excuses. Strongly recommended. And this is how she looks. Links are in the description. And you'll be able to jump yourself in there. And what I think we'll do is we could do an open voice chat instead of VIP voice chat. But I don't think anyone else will join us anyway. Or we go straight into the VIP voice chat, where only the VIP Patreon members can see each other and hear each other. But either way, we'll figure it out. So thank you so very much. And absolutely welcome, Miss Worm. Lovely to have you with us. And really enjoyed it. I've loved to have seen all your names pop up tonight. I was so glad I got to see those of you who made it. Thank you to Noelle Marie being the first in the chat tonight. Hopefully she'll pop into the Discord after party with us. So we'll be getting ourselves in there. But I think what we'll do, we'll do an open voice party tonight over on the open voice chat. So just to the VIPs, that's where we'll be going. You'll see me in there, and we'll see if we get any randoms pop in just for a laugh, right? But if not, it'll just be us having a good laugh. So have a great Christmas, Andy. Thank you, Amphi. Really appreciate it. And of course, I'll be back tomorrow night over on You Know Where with You Know Who. So there's still that coming up. And I've got video coming for the diesel heater video that I'm doing a series. I'm doing a series review on the diesel heater side of stuff. So we've got that coming up. Don't miss that if you haven't seen it already. That'll definitely help the channel. It's only a 10-15 minute video, but it's sort of giving an overview of all the parts that come with the diesel heater that I was able to invest in courtesy of my VIP Patreon members. So thank you so very much for making that happen. This is the diesel heater that I did the review on. I'm just familiarizing with the parts so you can see what all the bits are. We do a complete tear down all the way down to the bottom. I explain what all the parts are. And then the next video that I'm going to be doing, which is the part 2, will be the modifications I made to the airflow, which has made a considerable difference, like 50% increase in airflow just from making some changes. So don't miss that one. That'll be coming super soon. Loads coming up. Thank you so much, Robert. Really appreciate your feedback, my man. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Beverages to Robert Shaw and Carolyn Rose. Let's hear it in the chat as well for Carolyn Rose. Thank you so much for contributing into the chat tonight, and thank you for your Sigma Prepper quiz answers. Absolutely brilliantly done as usual, my darling. So what can I say then? It's been an absolutely wonderful time. Thank you, Pedigree Mongrel. Thank you for your super chat tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been a wonderful time, and you know what we do? I've been Andy, the Sigma Prepper, and as we like to say, love, peace, and progress to the pack.